Good morning, everyone. Recently, I tried to learn how to install Arch Linux on a virtual machine. And after finish editing that video, I finally made up my mind and make a real switch from Windows to Linux. And of course, I'm going to install Arch Linux again because that's what I learned to install. And also, I'll be using Hyprland. After flashing my USB drive with Arch Linux image file, I turned off my PC, plugged in my USB and start the installation process. And of course, it didn't go too well at first. It didn't even show me the... What is this? Oh, there it is. There it is! And I don't know really. What? Oh, boot menu. There you go. USB. Oh, yes, sir. Welcome to Arch Linux. Let's go. I'm doing it, people. Especially the Wi-Fi part. My Ethernet couldn't connect, so I have to use my USB Wi-Fi adapter. And yeah. But sometimes it has these spikes in the Wi-Fi connection. And after I got through all of them, the installation process begins. This time, the installation actually went smoother compared to my first time. But of course, it won't be an Arch installation without problems. And after breaking my computer's bootloader, I've got into Arch. I installed all of the essential packages and also NVIDIA graphics drivers. And after I got everything set it up, I installed Hyprland. Wow! After setting up the audio, which was, pretty straightforward, but still, it took me a while.
Hello. Moshi. Hello. I don't know what's wrong with all.
Alright, people, I got the audio set it up. I don't know if it works well or is it broken. I installed VLC and I was able to watch the CPU encoded video from OBS, but not the GPU encoded one. So I downloaded some more stuff and it got fixed. Oh, it works. Hello. Yes, sir. YouTube works fine because it's on Firefox. I tried messing around with the monitor settings and it kind of broke. Yeah, it got fixed. So I made up this to-do list which have some of the stuff I might want to have on my PC. I also did a little bit of adjustment to the key binding in Hyprland so that it fits my workflow a little bit better. For the app launcher, I tried the app launcher that Hyprland suggested, which is Wallpaper, which worked pretty well, I guess. I don't know about you, but I've never used the caps lock key, like ever. So I'd like to map it to the escape button to make my, Vim experience a little bit better. So to do this, you just add this to your Hyprland config file and you're done. Yeah, that's all you need. And I totally didn't spend 1 hour searching for a more complex way to achieve this. Screenshot is pretty straightforward. I just installed Hypershot, which is Hyprland's ecosystem app, I guess. And yeah, it works like a charm. It works straight out of the box. You just add some key bindings and it works fine. Amazing. And that's it. Wi-Fi does have its own emoji plugin, and it works fine. You choose your emoji and it copies it into your clipboard, but I want it to type out for me, so I found another app launcher which called Rofi, and it does just that. I tried downloading Discord from its official website and it gave me this tar dot something file thing, which I totally didn't spend 30 minutes trying to install it. But don't worry, I didn't install it because Hackman has it. It's that easy. I should not make things too complex. As a beginner user of Linux, I did note down some of the packages that I downloaded so that if I ever wanted to reinstall Linux, I would know which one to install next time instead of having to search everything up from scratch, you know? I wanted to have a beautiful status bar and widgets, so I did some research about the programs that does this, and it's a lot more complicated than I thought. During this time, I also came across MixOS, and it piqued my interest because of how its config file works, so I might consider trying it out in the future. Anyway, I did not get any status bar because you need to build everything from scratch. I mean, I can just use other people's stuff, but I don't like that, so I'm skipping this for now. I totally forgot to mount my HDD during the installation, and now I cannot use it anymore. I got it mounted eventually, but it's not permanent, and I don't know how to make it permanent, so I have to mount it manually every time I start up my PC. It's not like I use it that much anyway, so it's not really a big problem for me. I installed Port Proton because I heard it works great for games, and I also heard about Lutris and Heroic, but I don't know if they are any better, so if you have tried it, please give me your opinions. Thank you.
Ấy, nó hơi mượt á. Hình như nó
Hơi mượt.
nó hơi mượt á.
Phải nồi.
Không, nó mượt như bên Windows, không biết nữa, không biết phải.
For the performance of the game, I'd say I lost around 10 to 20% of the frames compared to when I play it on Windows. But hey, it's still playable. I can still grind some, you know, ZZZ on Linux. As a Vietnamese, I often type in, well, Vietnamese, obviously. So I had to find a way to type in telex, which is like a way to give letters its accessories, you know, for Vietnamese language. At first, I tried Vietnamese programs called Unikey, but yeah, it was a mess. It was very manual. You have to build everything. So I tried another one called Ibis Bamboo, which didn't work either. And it didn't compile properly. I think I was missing some freaking packages dependency that it didn't tell me, so I don't really know. But eventually, I came across this program called FCITX5, which gives you the best of all languages, which include Vietnamese telex or Unikey. It took me a while to set it up, but it was more straightforward than the two previous programs I tried, so yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. As you can see right here, I just got my new keyboard. It just delivered today, and it works so well. It sounds so good, and it costs only like 30 or 40 bucks. I messed around with the Hyprland animations, and I got some of it to work as I wanted it to do. Special workspaces slides down from the top, and normal workspaces would just slide left and right. I like it this way. Some people might not. Some people are motion sick, so they might not want this. So yeah. I have a confession to make. I did not give my computer any swap partition this time because I thought ZRAM would be a good alternative. To be honest, I don't know if it's actually a good alternative. I need opinions. until now, the KD terminal of mine looks pretty boring, pretty generic. So I've decided to rise it a little bit first to make it look a little more fun to code in or type in. And this is what I came up with. I'm using JetBrains Mono because, yeah, come on, I like how it looks, okay? I also made it that the bash prompter here, which tells me the time because I don't have the status bar yet and I'm losing track of times. I spent too much time doing all of this already. And yes, I use bash, okay? Zish is nice, fish is even nicer, but there's just something about bash, And I think some of you will understand. I made my terminal transparent so I can see the waifu behind, I also made it so that the terminal will blur if there are more than one windows on the screen so that the transparency won't mess with my head. And yep, this is a simple yet pleasing looking terminal. Well, at least to me. I used Clipboard, which utilizes Rollfi's interface to access the clipboard history, which is kind of cool. It can also copy, save all of the image metadata or binary data, so it can, paste the data out later on. So yeah, there's that. I usually stream myself drawing on YouTube, which if you look at all of my lives, you would know. Anyway, please check out my social medias and like all of my pictures. Anyway, I need a way to stream my iPad to my PC. And the way I did this back on Windows was using the 3U Air Player, which works, but it's really GPU intensive. For some damn reason, I have no idea. But since I'm on Linux now, I'm going to use a program called UX Play. You just simply install it on your PC and activate it via system CLT or whatever you use. And after that, you just run the program on your PC and your PC will be shown on your iOS device. And let me tell you, it's blazingly fast. By default, it's 30 frames per second, but you can manually bump it up to like 60 frames per second, which is crazy. It's also crystal clear and it connects very smoothly. It connects almost instantly. Well, not really. It sometimes freezes, but all you have to do is just restart the program. Most of the time it works. And it works very well. I could have done this alongside Zenless, but here I am. I tried downloading T-Launcher, which is a client I typically used back in the Windows days, but I went into a little bit too much problems with this launcher. So I switched over to the real Minecraft launcher, and it worked, but I couldn't get the Fabric to work. The Fabric client, this mod loader. And also Microsoft account sucks and it refuses to sign in and it always freezes here. So I do what most people would do in this situation. Follow the crowd. I discovered that most Linux Minecraft gamers uses a client called Prism Launcher, and it is super streamlined and easy to use. I downloaded it and well, it's super good. It's so much easier to download. It took a while to sign in into my Microsoft account, yuck. But after installing Minecraft and launching it, I could finally play it smoothly. If anything, it's actually smoother than it was on Windows. And it's amazing, it's so smooth. All I need to do now is install some mods, and well, this happened. Yeah, we don't talk about this. Some of the mods didn't work. It would just crash the game, so I have to manually check and uncheck every single one of them to check if it's, okay, and I have to go through this whole list of freaking logs to see which one is broken. But after I got everything finished, it works great. I even tried installing my own data pack and tried playing it, which I made myself, by the way, and I actually put it on YouTube, my alternative account. You can check it in the description down below. Anyway, everything works great. Even the shaders works like a charm, and I love it. Fixing this is easy. I just installed these two fonts and it's all fixed. Yeah, the emoji shows up now, which is cool. Amazing. Okay, so this is the only part of the video where I'm going off script. The program that I'm using right now is called Kdenlive. I downloaded it using Flatpak. I tried downloading it on the Pacman and even on the AUR, but it doesn't work. It doesn't let me use all of these effects here, right here. It always gives me errors, so I tried downloading it on Flatpak, which works very well. But the only problem that I'm having right now with this program is that it doesn't support GPU playback. It's hard-coded to be like this, so I cannot do anything about it. Okay, I also tried Shotcut, and I could not bring myself to use it. Seriously, everything is hard-coded. Like, I cannot even drag this somewhere else. I cannot drag the screen somewhere else. But Kdenlive is very customizable. You can drag it out, you can put it back in here. It works so well since the beginning. The only problem, like I said, is the freaking GPU playback not being available, and I have to use CPU playback rendering, so it takes very long. It lags a lot. I mean, it makes sense because my CPU is freaking 3rd gen, you know, so I don't really know. It does support GPU rendering, as you can see here. Hardware accelerated. It's still in experimental, but for now I'm just gonna use CPU for playback rendering. So yeah, I haven't tried DaVinci Resolve, but I did try downloading it on Windows and it doesn't work because my PC is too old. So yeah, no DaVinci Resolve for me, at least for now. Anyway, I wanted to create an interactive, cool, smooth status bar like these ones. Just look at this. This Chef Kiss is just too good. But I didn't know which programs to use, so I did some research. Waybar is too simple. It doesn't have any drop-down menu or like widgets and stuff, so I ditched that. I tried going through the ill documentary and actually made something, but then I came across another program which is one of the best widget customization tool, Quick Shell. This is a very bare bone advanced toolkit for anyone who wants to spend a few months or even a year just to rise their freaking Linux system. And I'm willing to do that. So I immediately ditched ill and switched straight over to Quick Shell. Quick Shell uses a language called QML. And after reading the documentary of the Quick Shell and made this thing, pathetic little thing, I've decided that I should leave this for another video. After giving up on the status bar, well, for now, it's time to give myself some emotional supports. Huta Wallpaper. I use SWWW, which has these cool animations. I really like the transition though, so yeah. I'll do more complex stuff during the rising arc, if you know what I mean. It's been 3 days since I first switched over to Linux from Windows, and I gotta say, it was pretty fun. Arch Linux feels very smooth to use, or rather it's Hyprland, but I know some stuff are a little bit difficult to get used to, but most of the time, it's all there for you. All you need to do is either Yay or Pacman. You know, you just download them, it's there, and all of the dependency, well, most of the time will be downloaded for you, so amazing. I cannot express how much I like Hyprland. Even though I'm using only one monitor, Hyprland makes me feel like I'm using multiple monitors at the same time. It's amazing. is just good. Oh my gosh, it's so efficient. Everything runs so snappy and smooth. You know, you can just open an app and it will run, you know, boot up super fast. And everything can be done using the terminal. So you don't have to navigate through layers and layers of menus. But it's just me, you know. I like it quick and simple. But some of you might think otherwise, and well, I won't blame you for that. Sometimes it's kind of hard, you know, remembering all of the command lines. But one thing I can tell you for sure, Linux is totally worth your time to learn and get good at. They're not as hard as you think they are. You just need to know how to Google and read, you know. People say Arch is hard and you build everything from scratch. Wait until they hear about Gento. Arch is easy, guys. Well, it's not like easy, but it's not as hard as you guys think. But I'm not an expert or anything, so take everything I said as a grain of salt. Everything I did in this video must have at least upsetted like all of the Linux viewers out there. This is my first time using any Linux distro, so the fact that I got to this point is a miracle. Anyhow, I hope you have a great day, and until next time, bye bye.